Hello, hello, hello everybody, and welcome to my channel, Anza Aesthetics, where hopefully I can bring you a little bit of peace, happiness, and a vibe through painting tutorials today. For today's tutorial, we are going to be doing a two-piece, I know, right? It is going to be a 2-for-1. This is my first video where I'm putting two different canvases into one painting. The day this video gets posted is going to be my anniversary, which is also Friday the 13th. So I was debating, I'm like, what do I post? Do I post something Friday the 13th or do I post something kind of romantic? So I'm going to post something kind of romantic, which is why today we are going to be doing Jack Skellington and his bride. I don't know what her name is. I watched the movie, but, you know, I'm one of those where I don't pay close enough attention, so I don't catch on to names very well. But right here, we're just going to take a pale yellow for the background of the moon. The first step, we were using just a regular black. And here we're using a light gray, and we're flicking in an upward motion to create the background, which is basically just, in my opinion, like a light grass is how I was kind of taking it as, or you could imagine it as like a fence in the background, but it's very faint and it's very in the back. Now this is, you'll kind of notice I'm flipping between two different canvases throughout the video. You'll kind of see together, and I will also put my inspiration photo right here. Thank you so much to the person who created this so that we were inspired today. Now make sure to take a close look and pay attention to which direction you're starting your swirl, because I actually had to completely grab a new canvas because I messed up the swirl the first time. So this is my second attempt at doing the swirl. I did it backwards the first time and I was like, crap, there's no way of fixing this. So just be careful and cautious, okay? But we're drawing the little mountain. This is just plain black again. And then we're switching back to that other canvas. So we're going to take Petunia Purple to work on this cool, curvy little thing in the corner. If you are curious and finding more about the artist and our inspiration photo today, you can check out my Pinterest in the bio below. And this photo, the inspiration photo, will be under the board Art and Drawings. Right here, I am taking a pencil just kind of to lightly sketch out the heart before I actually paint it. I was a little scared for this since I wasn't painting my canvas, so I knew once the black went on, it was done for. It was what it was. You just gotta have faith in yourself when you're doing these and take them one step at a time, because otherwise I feel like if you don't keep going and believe in yourself, that's when you mess up. You just have that slight hesitation, you're like, crap. It bumps it just right and then it ruins it. So you just gotta believe in yourself, go slow, and look at it. It ended up coming pretty well together in the end. I did really like this heart. I thought it was pretty good, better than I thought it was going to be, so that's always a good thing in my opinion. There is quite a few tutorials on my channel, so be sure to check some of them out. I have all different kinds, from the Powerpuff Girls to these spooky season ones to trippy mushrooms. I got trippy mushrooms for days. You know, there's something for everybody, so check it out. I'm sure there's hopefully something you can find that you will like, but I cannot thank you enough for being here today and helping me out. It means the world to me, and I just cannot thank you all enough. Finishing up with the last swirl is going to allow us to move on to these spider webs. And this was another thing that I was very worried about. I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, so I just kind of went for it. So I started off with doing, I noticed there was 3 little spikes coming out of that corner. So I drew 3 little spikes, kind of like a chicken's foot. And then I just connected like a very stretched out U, if that makes sense, between each one to create those inner parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And then I did one more, I guess, 5, 6. That's what I did total. And then you'll swoop, swoop. See, I might not be able to explain it, but visually you can see what I'm doing. And it kind of looks actually like a spider web. Now it's time for the little details. So this is going to be a little tombstone, and then right next to it I am going to place a little tiny cross that will later go back in and do some more detail work with both of these. And then on this side is going to be Jack's little dog, so I'm kind of drawing I call them messed up circles when they're not completely perfect, like they're supposed to be messed up on purpose. And then I drew his body, which is also part of his tail. It's kind of like a ghost. And then his nose, which is longer on the top than it is on the bottom. And then you have those ears that are super long because he's flying and floating in the air. So this side I'm working on right here is going to be the side that Jack's on. I am currently building like a little fence that is in the movie, so that's kind of what you're seeing right here. That's why it's a little janky. It's supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be all matching. And then we're going to start off with a black base for our pumpkin, so we can later go in and add some details that will make it glow and pop. So we add these lines, it really made it look like a fence in my opinion. So there you go. You can kind of see, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a fence. Next, we're going to be working on the little house that the girl is found in. The doctor that's like holding her hostage. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It's his little house. I could be wrong though. It could be Jack's house now that I think of it. Maybe I should just stop talking. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, we're going to paint this little bad boy. Basically, if you don't like how it looks, paint it to your own discretion and keep it on moving, okay? So, I drew them out again because I didn't want to mess this up. I ended up kind of messing up her face a little bit, so it is what it is, but I am going in with black acrylic paint for this. We're going to do the same exact thing to Jack, filling in his head first, and then I'll move on to his neck and his body. For his body, I just filled in that lower part, and then I focused on getting I don't even know what you call those, like his little bow tie side. I just decided to take a very small brush and flick in an outwards motion to create long, like wiry effects. Sure to erase, the pencil marks if you use pencil afterwards. I'm waiting for that to dry and then I'll erase it. But in the meantime, I'm going to go in with some white to do my little details. So I just wrote RIP there. I'm putting the eyes and the little eyeballs on the mountain as well as the scary face that goes on this bad boy. Yay, we finally made it to the writing part. I'm going to be using acrylic marker for this. However, you can also use just acrylic paint if you'd like. You don't have to use markers if you don't have them. I know they are quite expensive, so in today's day and age, nobody can afford crap, so I totally understand. I had to save up for these bad boy, believe it or not. But we are going to write Simply Meant on this one, which is the Jack side. And I'm also going to finish his mouth just so that we can kind of get a finished look for Jack. Just drawing a smiley face and then drawing some lines through the smiley face to give the stitch effect. And then I'm also going to use some of the white paint to do the tiny little details on that house below Jack. Now flipping sides, we're going to work on her. Is her name Sally? Is it Sally? I feel like it's Sally. Sally's ringing a bell. I should just remember Sally! Okay, anyways, if it's not Sally, this is embarrassing. But on Sally's side, we're going to call her Sally. We're going to write to be, simply meant to be. And that's it. Dot a little nose for that red. And then we're going to take a little yellow acrylic marker. Again, you can use acrylic paint, but towards the end of the painting, I was like, this was taking way longer than expected. And I have done probably 7 paintings today. So I was like, I'm going to use an acrylic marker. I've been trying to stay away from the acrylic markers and paint more, but you know what? I've done my painting time. I'm going to use a little bit of acrylic marker. Just signing this bad boy. I hope you enjoyed this 2-for-1 tutorial. I'm going to have an amazing day because it's my anniversary, and I hope you have an amazing day as well. Enjoy and have a good one. Bye-bye.